Claire.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Lovely. Good morning, everybody. My name's Claire Mann. I'm the Director of Bus Operations, and I want to spend this morning stepping back and having a look at all the amazing things we have achieved and will achieve going forward. It's a time to reflect on all the good stuff that's happening and all the good stuff to come, but also to bring back that sense of pride for what you do every day. I'm going to play you a short film.
Together, the Network Management Control Centre and Bus Operations set up the TfL Outreach team in response to the high volume of calls we were receiving regarding bus sleepers on the bus network. Since the TfL Outreach team was set up in October 2017, they have helped 162 people into temporary accommodation. This has helped the most vulnerable people on our bus network, as well as to keep buses moving.
As a network traffic controller, we always go the extra mile for our bus operators and other stakeholders. As an example, I facilitate training exercises with London Fire Brigade and Stagecoach to reduce the recovery time for persons trapped under a bus. We've got this down from 22 minutes to 10 minutes.
Victoria Coach Station is really good at moving people and coaches around in quite a small space. We have just over 3 acres of land and we move 14 million passengers a year. That's about as busy as Luton Airport.
Not many people know we are great at collaboration. For instance, at Euston Bus Station, we are constantly working with the bus operators and the police to improve driver behaviour and road safety awareness.
There were 2 things we've been exceptionally good at. The first was introducing low-emission buses into our fleet, and the second is winning £8.5 million from the government to contribute to this.
My role as a driver attendant involves assisting customers who are unable to use public service buses. I assist them to and from the vehicle and help them to get to their destination. Sometimes I'm the only person that they see for a whole week, even a fortnight, and just seeing the smile on their face when we have a conversation makes such a huge difference in their lives.
So that's why I'm here, because of all those fantastic things we do day in, day out. That is just a snapshot of what you deliver. Now that makes my heart sing, because I'm a people person and I care about people and teams and leadership. But it's not been an easy ride for me the last 18 months. I just want to take you through my story since I've joined Bus Operations, the highs and the lows, and to take you to where I think the next high is going to be, okay? So, for those of you that don't know my story, here it goes. So around January, February time last year, I got a call from Gareth Powell, who said to me, please see me in my office in an hour. And I wondered, what had I done? What's gone wrong? So I was quite nervous and anxious, and I came to Palestra. Now, Palestra, if you work at Poplar in a tiny office in East London, is quite a scary place to go to. And those of you that have worked there for some time won't notice this, but when you first arrive to this edifice of glass with floors and floors of people all staring at you as you walk down the corridor, it's not pleasant. So as I walked down the corridor toward the headmaster's office, as it felt at the time, I was nervous. When I met Gareth, he said to me, can you come and give me a hand for 6 months, Claire? Can you come and look after the buses team for me? So I didn't expect that. I expected to be asked questions about a train that had broken down in a tunnel only the previous day, but it wasn't about that. It's a request to me to come and help out. My immediate thought was, no, I've just joined the Docklands Light Railway and I'm happy with my team. I'm just starting to build the team. I've got a lot to do and we've only just started our journey. I'd only been with the business for 10 months. So I said I'd think about it. And I thought about it. And I found out a bit more about buses, and I said, yeah, okay, I'll come over and I'll help out for 6 months. So those of you in the room that heard that I was coming over to help out for 6 months probably thought, well, that's going to be longer than 6 months. Well, I didn't think like that. I thought it was simply coming over to help for 6 months. And as I arrived, I was really nervous, but I was also excited. But I had this feeling that there was a sense of doom. People were feeling uncertain. Transformation had just been announced, and my job was to design this new organisation of bus operations. And I didn't even know what people did today, let alone what they should be doing in the future. So how could I make those decisions? But I had to make those decisions. So I started to talk to the teams and understand what we did every day, and we started to design the new organisation. And it felt very, very uncomfortable at times because I wasn't sure I was making the right decisions. I then went out and about and I started to meet some of our operational colleagues, and then I felt it. The pride, the passion, the energy, the effort that goes into delivering day in, day out, and people that really, really care. And I thought, this is where I want to be. And this was in the early summer. But I then started to lift a few bits of carpet up. And I lifted up the corner of that carpet and I saw some really unpleasant things under that carpet. What I saw were bad behaviours, people being treated badly, not being listened to, people feeling suppressed, people not voicing their opinions and concerns, and a really not very pleasant set of behaviours in certain areas which I didn't like. And I knew things had to change. I also had seen the viewpoint results that we'd received the previous year, and I wasn't very impressed by those either, and I thought there is a job to do here. These people need to be able to speak up, develop, and have a voice in this organisation. And at the time, I was uncovering things that were unpleasant. But then I saw other behaviours. Most recently, Julie Tago, one of our bus station controllers, going out of her way, on her way to work, found a lady in distress at the side of the road, picked her up, took her back to the bus station, called the emergency services. She didn't have to do that, but she did. Jonathan Anderson from Dial-A-Ride. He went to pick up a client. They didn't come to the door. He was concerned. He looked all around the house and found that the lady had collapsed in the back garden. He saved her life. That's what we're dealing with here. Really positive behaviours. But we have a challenge. We have more to do. The summer came and we started seeing people leave the organisation. I felt that. Now, some of you in this room would have been through transformation, had to apply for your roles. You would have seen your colleagues leave. You would have seen experienced people leave the organisation. And you would have felt hurt. You would have felt frustrated. I felt that. I didn't go through that, but I felt that. So as our colleagues left, I felt this sense of defensiveness again, people feeling very low morale. And I knew we needed to do something. So, time to decide, am I going to apply for this job permanently? It came up. Gareth said, you're going to apply for the role? I said, I need to think about it. I didn't have to think for very long. I'd started on a journey, and I was going to finish this journey, and I was going to stay. So I put my effort into this application, I had my interview, and I really, really wanted that job. And then I was made successful, and in September, I was made permanent, so you were stuck with me. So, now, the next job was coming. We were going to merge 3 business units together. An opportunity. This was a positive time. Dial-A-Ride, Victoria Coach Station and bus operations all coming together. I had another steep learning curve. I didn't know what Dial-A-Ride did day in, day out. But when I found out, and I went out and spent time with some of the drivers, I was absolutely blown away by what we do. And that really made me quite emotional, quite humbled. I went down to Victoria Coach Station. That is a family. Victoria Coach Station is a family who've been there for many years delivering day in, day out. And I was proud to hear of all the things that they have to deliver, but also the challenges they have. The facilities weren't as good as they could be. We'd not invested in the coach station. People were feeling really concerned about the future. There was a job to be done, and I was going to do this. We were going to lead. So I looked at my new collection of senior managers. What a rabble. And I thought, now, what do we do? Do we have 3 different business areas that just all happen to report to me? Or do we decide to change that and look at the way we work as a team? And I decided it needed to be the latter. We have a lot on, but we can only deliver it as a high-performing team. And what I wanted was a team that if one person fell, someone else would pick them up. It wouldn't matter what your job title was. It wouldn't matter what area you looked after. You delivered for bus operations as a team. So we started on our journey. And it's been quite a journey over the last few months, and we've learned a lot about ourselves. We've learned about our behaviours, the way we speak to each other, the way we help or don't help each other when we need each other. And we've learned that everybody is different. And actually, difference should be celebrated. But we also need to understand how each other's differences help deliver the whole. And that's what I want us to do as a team. So we commenced our journey. The 3 groups came together in October, came into the new year, and we've seen some more people leave the organisation. This was getting a bit of a pattern now. People were getting used to people leaving. But once again, it hurts. You could feel it. Leaving cards going round, leaving dues, people leaving the organisation. Can we survive all this work? Yes, it will work. Because actually, we've got brilliant people here, and we can make it work. Centrecom moved across into a different department. They still do what they do every day for us. It's okay. The planning team used to be part of Bus Operations. They left and moved across to Jeff's area. That's okay. We can still do what we do every day, but we can be even better. So we got to the end of the financial year, sort of March, April, and I looked at our scorecard and it was all green, all green. But what area wasn't green, do you think? People. The people area was red, deep red. So we had delivered everything we needed to do through a huge amount of change. But throughout that, we had people who were not happy working in the organisation, in Bus Operations. Now that, for me, is the most important thing. If we don't have a team of people that feel valued, supported, and want to be part of the future, we're not going to succeed. And I don't care what the other schools say. I need a team that feel valued, supported, developed, and are absolutely motivated to work here. So, with those results, we need to forge into the new year ahead with a different perspective on how we're going to do business. So today, for me, is about me and the senior team sharing with you what we've been through, what we believe we need to do next, but more importantly, to get you on board to come with us on the journey. Now, I can't make you trust me. You could be sitting there now, and I'm sure some of you are thinking, I've got better things to do with my time. But I'd like you to just set aside your views, keep an open mind, and be with me for the next 3 hours. And at the end of it, if you think, I don't agree or I don't believe, that's fine. You can tell me that. Because what I want are people to be open, honest, and ask the questions. Don't assume. We don't get it right all the time. I know I certainly don't. But please, come with us on the journey, because I believe we can do it. Okay? Thank you.